My name's Kat Brigham. I'm the Board of Trustees Chair for the Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Indian Reservation. This is my third year as Board Chair, so my second term, but I started in working for the tribal government 46 years ago. In fact, it was August of 1976. My grandfather asked me to apply for our Fish and Wildlife Commission vacancy. And I wasn't going to do it, but my family pretty much drafted me into applying for that position. And one of the questions was asked, what would you do? And I just kind of laughed and I said, if I had a magic wand to say, okay, we're all going to be working together to solve and look at solutions on how we're going to live together. How are we going to protect our environment so that we can live off of our land, live off the environment? How are we going to do those things? I said, and then people put prices on items. I says, how do you put a price on a smile when people succeed? You can see it when they fail and they're not smiling. He says, but at the same time, sometimes the price is too high for when you're looking at the environment and planning for the future. Because they're looking at dollars. They're not looking at the people and the environment. And a smile can go a long way to say, we've accomplished some things. We've done this together. Because the other thing they asked was, what about large companies coming in? And told them, you know, community-based projects, that's local support. That's a project that says, that's mine. And because it's mine, I'm going to get up and help, you know, make things better. So it's just bringing people together and not letting the big companies come in and say, this is how we're going to do it. The big companies need to figure out how to work with the community and get community-based projects going, not only for electricity, but for everything. Because it's the farming, the agriculture, the recreation, all of those things. Like I said, they're all linked together. And if you don't have one, you're going to eventually lose the others.
You have hope.
Hope? Sometimes I do. No, I think hope, if you don't have hope, you're fighting your battle for nothing. And I know sometimes I think, oh my God, what am I doing this for? And then I look at my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren and my family and I think, I know why I'm doing this, you know, because that's where they come in. They're the future and you want them to have a better future. So having hope for them is having hope for them to move forward and not giving up. I know, like I said, sometimes I get really frustrated, but at the same time, you can't give up on hope. You just got to keep on going, because if you don't, your children are going to pay, and their children. So having hope is very much needed, and not giving up. And so I had one friend say that, you know, one thing about you guys, and I said, what do you mean by you guys? He said, the tribes. You guys are consistent. And I said, what do you mean by that? And he said, you guys don't give up. And I said, we can't afford to. And then the other thing too, he says, you guys smile a lot. And I laughed and I said, well, you know, if you look at what you guys did to us and how many times you did it to us, and we got mad and we beat you up, then what? I said, we have to have a sense of humor to keep us moving. I said, we have to be able to smile and say, you know, we're going to move forward, because without that sense of humor, without that hope, you're giving up and you're getting angry. And anger is not going to get us together.